Good morning and welcome to the Howler.
Hi there, Ashley. And hi there, George Elliott.
Hey Amber, how are you this week?
I'm great, Ashley. What's going on in the Howler this week?
This week we'll give our viewers a little bit of artsiness and a little bit of fun, and of course a chance to win a $5 Timmy card with the question of the day.
Sounds good.
What's coming up first?
Well, we have a little bit of a visit to Mr. Penner's grade 9 science class to start off.
Right, let's see what Mr. Krebs learns about DNA.
What is this poster you're working on?
This is of the DNA structure.
And what are these colors?
Different samples of DNA that are put together, like the A's and the T's, which I don't really know what they mean, but they just A's and T's in the DNA structure.
Keenan, I didn't know you were smart.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That hurts.
Mr. Penner, I just snuck in here to make a record of how badly they were working.
You know, and most of the students in my classes don't work at all. They're not engaged, they're not on.
That is something
That's not what I heard. I heard you're the best teacher in the school.
It's a nasty rumor.
That's a rumor started by the kids. That's okay. Scoping out this whole class. All a bunch of delinquents in here. I don't know how you got a whole collection like that. How is it being a peer tutor for Mr. Penner? Easy? He's a nice guy? Easy to get along with? He doesn't make you wash his car or anything, does he? No? Walk the dog? None of that stuff? That's good. Okay. He's a good boss. Thanks, Marlene.
That's very
I'm a student trying to think. Oh, and color at the same time. You want some gum?
I'm nervous when you do
If I give you some gum, you'll be really in trouble.
Can I have gum?
No, but then you won't be able to write and... Oh, you don't get it. What grade is this?
9, I think.
Grade 9 again?
Grade 9. Yep.
Weren't you in grade 9 last year?
Yep. Failed. I'm just kidding. I wasn't actually.
Who's that
Wait,
girl
is this
behind
the
the...
Howler?
Maybe. Depends if you're good looking enough. Are you? Oh yeah, that's better. That's better. I was a little worried there. What about you?
She wants to go to the Howler. Just put her on. Look at that. Look how cute you are.
That is a nice looking diagram thing.
Thank you.
Who's in charge of this? Who did the most work?
Well, I have to go if he's doing hard work.
Are you in the inspiration?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a supervisor.
Supervisor. You know you can get a job as a supervisor after this?
Oh yeah, I know.
Here is the 2 star students of Science 9.
Oh yeah. Totally.
What did you learn today, kids?
DNA structures, and we did a quiz. It was pretty awesome.
And you got 100%?
I got 76%.
6%? That's not very good.
76%.
Oh, 76.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it was awesome. Thanks.
Is Rachel hard to work with?
Oh, she's pretty good. She's pretty awesome.
Good. Who's your partner?
Kiki. We're working very productively.
Is she hard to work with? Like I've heard rumors.
She's just awesome.
Wow. What a vote. Vote of confidence. And what are you doing? DNA stuff?
DNA.
Is it exciting?
I was just working on my...
Hi, Brandon. Can I please borrow some markers?
Who's this?
This is Abby. Hi.
Oh, she just snuck into the picture. You see that?
Those kids are really good sports to put up with Mr. Krebs' crazy questions, don't you think, Ash?
They were really good sports and seemed to be having a good time in that class too.
They did. Mr. Penner's a great teacher and knows how to make science fun.
Hey Amber, did you know that we have lots of creative writing students in George Elliott?
Really? Well, I did, Ashley, because in fact, I can tell into the future that we'll be featuring some of these poets and writers in future episodes of The Howler.
Wow, amazing powers you have there, Amber. But in fact, you're right. We're starting today.
Here's Victoria Cooper with her poem, Miss Media. I hope you enjoy it.
Hi, I'm Victoria Cooper, and this is my poem, Miss Media. I once had a happiness that ruled all my soul. No stranger bearing arms could ruin my goals. My thoughts were unbeatable, my passions were strong, until one day Miss Media started along. She wore the best clothes, they were fitted and tight. Her confidence spoke tales of how her life was just right. Her complexion was perfect, and her breasts filled with bust. Her body sung songs of sexuality and lust. Her smile told the world that she'd not been ill-treated. Her eyes told the people she could not be defeated. And when she opened her mouth, though all was absurd, the people blindly believed every word. Memorized by her ways, I followed her round. She smiled, she waved, the people gave her a crown. They mimicked her actions, repeated every thought. Whatever she told them, they immediately bought. Consumed in her image, I fell for her lies. She shed pounds from my body, and she covered my eyes. Naively, I listened to every word she would say, until the day came where a mirror crossed my way. This girl stood in front of me. Her body was toned. She had muscle, no fat, but was mainly all bone. She looked gorgeous, impeccable, perfect in least. Her mind was still growing while her body decreased. She wore clothes a brand name with only prices to show. Her makeup had thickened while her cheeks seemed hollow. Despite her flawless image, her eyes looked ashamed. Concerned by her image, I questioned her name. Weakly, she replied to me in a tone of voice I knew. I have no name to call myself, 'cause all I am is you.
That was really creative and well done. Thank you, Victoria.
Some powerful imagery and an important message for sure. Hopefully we can get Victoria to share more of her writing with us this year.
That would be awesome.
Well, to go from serious to something a little lighter now. Ashley, what's your greatest fear?
I'm afraid of water and the dark and lots of things.
Really? Me is definitely clowns. Ugh. Let's see what some other students find terrifying in this next segment produced by the Dylans.
Hi, I'm Dylan Monteith, and we're asking you, George Eliot, what your greatest fears are. Let's go. So, what's your greatest fear?
It's not a fear of heights, it's a fear of falling.
So, what's your greatest fear?
Getting buried alive?
So, Jared, what's your greatest fear?
Losing my internet.
So, what's your greatest fear?
Dying.
So, Ryan, what's your greatest fear? Little baby ice cream.
I eat little baby's ice cream. We lick you very much.
So, what's your greatest fear?
My greatest fear would probably be Dylan Cahill, the cameraman.
So, Cassie, what's your greatest fear?
Spiders.
So, what's your greatest fear?
I'm afraid of the possibility of hyper-intelligent walruses taking over the world. What are we gonna do?
I agree. So, what's your greatest fear?
Probably spiders.
So, what's your greatest fear?
Happiness.
So, what's your greatest fear?
Mice.
What's your greatest fear?
Being brought back to my home country.
So, what's your greatest fear?
Bees. Bees suck.
Oh, no, not the bees! Not the bees! Ah! Oh, my eyes! My eyes! Ah!
Now that I think of it, baby ice cream and bees are pretty terrifying.
A basket of bees on your head would definitely be a little annoying, and having the back of your head removed by a giant tongue?
Exactly. Anywho, now for the question of the week. This one is for anyone who spent time with Mr. Wellwood in the auto shop.
Listen here for a chance to win a $5 Timmy card.
Here in the auto shop, we've modified a lot of vehicles all over the years. Question of the week is, what was the first car that we did here at George Eliot? What was the first car we modified?
To answer this question, text this number, 250-307-1301, with your full name and what you think the answer is, 250-307-1301.
The question is again, what was the first car project that Mr. Wellwood did with the students here at George Eliot? Well, Amber, that's our Howler for this week.
It is. Thanks for watching the Howler. See y'all next week.
Bye.
Oh!